Hi everyone, this is Keisha Acuff of Acuff Creations, and I'm here with another video about basically anything I want to talk about. So, I last weekend went to the Indie Author Book Expo in Peoria, Illinois, and I got to spend some quality time with some really amazing people and buy some really awesome books. So I am going to try not to make a super long video because I have to use my phone for this, and it takes my phone several hours, if not all night, to upload to YouTube. I live out on a farm and I do not have the best quality internet, so I'm going to try to make it short and sweet. I'm very good at talking though, so we'll see how that goes. So first of all, I am going to tell you guys that I had a blast going to the Indie Author Book Expo. The people that I was there with were all just amazing. So I am technically part of the Rising Tide Broadcasting Network. So, or at least I'm working my way there. I think I'm already there, but not trying to, I don't know. But I went there with them, and yeah, I had an amazing time. I got to meet a bunch of amazing people and buy a bunch of amazing books. Not all of them are from the Rising Tide Network, but most of them are. So I'm going to show you guys that, and then I've got a couple pieces of my art that I'm hoping to show you guys, because I tell you guys on my podcast and on here that I am an artist, and I've never actually been able to show you guys any of my art, so I'm hoping to change that. But first, I'm going to go with books. So this is one of the first ones that I picked up, and it's actually number 2 in the series. So if you guys do not have number 1, I suggest you get number 1 first. But they just came out with this one, and as a disclaimer, I have not been able to read any of these so far. These are just the ones that I picked up while I was there. So Pulp Reality has a couple of friends of mine in there. So I believe Ted Davies is in here. I'm gonna have to check. I know for sure that Brian K. Morris is. Oh, yep, Ted Davies is in here, guys. And then Amy Hale is also in here. So check that out if you can. They are wonderful people, and they deserve all of the love. I also got this little beauty, The Mad Gasser Cheerleader of Calhoun County, and it is by Carl Witzman, and he is amazing, and I love the artwork on this cover. So as you guys will see when I show you my type of artwork that I do, you'll probably understand why I like this kind of thing. So that is that one. And then I picked up Dragons and Wizards by Donna, and the artwork is actually by Ted. So those are 2 people in the Rising Tide Network. None of these are sponsored. I bought all these with my own money because they're my friends and I want to support them. Okay, and then we've got another anthology, and I know this one has Brian in it, but I'm not sure who else is in it that's in our group. Either way, Brian is in it, and it's the quest for the space gods. So yes, I am excited to read all of these, but as you all know, I have a huge list of to be read books, and you can probably see some of them like all up there and all down there. Yeah, so I'm getting there. I'm probably gonna push those aside and read some of these first, just because I want to, and rules don't exist when you're an adult. So I got this one. It's really hard to read backwards in the camera. So it's Havenwood Falls High, Blood and Iron by Amy Hale. So this is actually, I think, like the second or third one in her series. But she said that they can be read kind of individual, and she told me this one was about vampires, and so I got that one first. But they all sound amazing. I just do not have the money to buy all of them yet. So I did buy a lot at the book expo, but I still have a lot to get. So this one is another one by Amy Hale, and it's called Shadows of Jane. I seriously love the covers on these things though. They are pretty amazing. Okay, let me see. Sorry guys, I am sorting through. Okay, and then I've got As You Wish by Kathy Jackson. Sweetheart, honestly, all of them were amazing, but Kathy and I got a chance to sit down and actually talk about her books, and she is seriously one of the sweetest people, so check that out. She has a lot of books. She had a whole table worth, and I really honestly wish I could have just bundled them all together and bought them. I do not have the funds for that right now, but I plan to do that soon because it's almost my birthday, guys, and I gotta treat myself somehow. So we'll see what happens. The next one is another anthology. It's called Dreamscapes, and it's got the lovely Brian K. Morris in it. I don't know if it has anybody else from our group in it. I'm trying to see real quick, so ignore me reading through the pages. I don't see anybody off the top of my head, but this is the cover, and Brian is just awesome. Seriously, one of my favorite people. This whole group is just, I'm so lucky to be part of them. So, yeah. The next person that I'm going to show you, I did actually end up buying all of the books that she had there. They were very reasonably priced, and they came with toys if you bought them all together, and I wanted the toys. So she had a little survival package that if you bought all of her books together, you got a little box with a, I wish I brought it up here, but it's got like a little wand in it. It's got a little container of like fairy dust almost or something. And it's just a super cute package. So I am going to show you, so this one is a standalone. The other ones are a series, but it's by, oh my gosh, I can't I can't pronounce her last name. I don't think I can. T.L. Shively. And it's The Independence Mine Disaster. So that one is a standalone. And then the next 3 are a series. I am not sure which order they go in. Let me see. Oh, okay. So she wrote on the front page, thank you, TL. Okay, so the first one is The Secret Sanctuary. And I just love the whole vibe that is happening here. It's got fairies and crystals, and it's just very whimsical. So I'm excited to read this series, and I really hope it's wonderful. I don't doubt that it is, but I cannot make any true statements until I read it. So I imagine it's wonderful. As with all of these, they're great people, and they're great at telling stories, even in person. So yes, check them out. So this one is The Town That Time Forgot, and it is the second in her series. And then we've got one more, and it is The Battle of Sleeping Lady. So this is the third one. And let me see. I did buy a couple random books. My daughter is 3, and I saw these books and I had to get them for her because they were adorable. I looked through them, and yeah, I was like, you know what, my daughter needs these. So the first one I'm pretty excited about because the author of this book has the same name as me. It's spelled differently, but it's pronounced the same. And we got to chat about that. I don't meet a lot of people with the name Keisha, so I was excited. So it's called My Brother Won't Play With Me by Keisha Donnelly. And I actually bought this one because my daughter is 3 and my son is 11. And as you can probably guess, they aren't really fond of playing with each other very often. And, you know, this book kind of chronicles on the different feeling. I did end up reading these because I read them to my daughter already a couple times. And so this one is, it kind of expresses feelings and just kind of an outlet of, well, if, you know, my brother won't play with me, then I will have fun myself. And so then it's really cute. So yes, check that one out. And then the next one, so I met this person, the author, and seriously super sweet. We talked about quite a bit, and I ended up buying this, and it is now one of my favorite kids' books. So it is I Look Different by Patrice Sample. So I think Patrice is how you pronounce it. I'm sorry, honey. But yes. So I'm gonna tell you why I love this book now. So not only does it go on to explain that no matter what your differences are, that basically you are worthy, and other people aren't going to sit there and look at what you look like. They just want to play with you. They want to get to know you and stuff like that. And they don't judge you by your appearances. They judge you by who you are. Which is a great lesson to teach to younger children, because there is a lot of judgment that goes on in the world today, and it's not always great. So, but also in the back of the book, it has a bunch of just very important messages. So to the kids that are reading this, and so I don't know, I just love it. It's got some great affirmations that, you know, that tell your kid that they are worthy, they are important, they are beautiful, and all of that good stuff. So I really loved it, and I'm glad that I picked it up. And the author is adorable, and we are now Facebook friends. So I'm hoping that I get to see her in the future at other author events. Yeah, so that's my high hope. And now I'm gonna show you guys some of my artwork, because like I said, I have I've told you guys about it on my podcast and stuff several times, but I've never been able to show you it. So now that I am on here, I want to show you some of my artwork. It's very different in contrast to what I do. So some of them are very dark and some of them are very light. So this is one of the lighter pieces. It's just a little buzzy bee. I love bees. I'm just showing you some of my watercolor. So I have an obsession with lemons. He's super cute. So I'm just kind of gonna flip through some of these. Not all of them are my favorite. I kind of like this one, but it's not one of my favorites. A lot of these are older, or just ones I'm just kind of going through them, but a lot of them I'm not a super big fan of, but a lot of them I do like. And a lot of them are simple, a lot of them are complex. It just depends on what I'm feeling. Like this is just some roses. I love doing abstract art, so I do a lot of that. Oh no. I'm trying to go through some stuff. Okay. As you notice, I also love flowers, so. And then I get a little bit of a darker feel sometimes. It just depends on what I want to art that night. Also, I am very bad at explaining my art. I can show my art, and I love my art. But if somebody asks me, oh, what's the meaning behind that? I generally have zero input. So this is actually one of my favorites recently. And of course, it's a darker one. So, yes. I also have holographic stickers of my artwork. So, guys, I have a lot of random stuff. So, I also have more stickers. I sold the original to this. A lot of these I no longer have the originals of, but I do have them in sticker form or prints. This one is my newest sticker. I just got him done. So again, some of my weirder art, but that's okay. And then I've got, this is one of my most popular paintings that I've done. I tend to get a lot of requests for her to be put on shirts, bags, that kind of stuff. But there she is. And actually, speaking of which, the bag that I have my stuff in has her on it. And then I also have one of my other designs on it. So yeah, that's just a little glimpse at some of my random artwork. I have a lot more, guys. But that's just a little glimpse for right now, since you guys have never really seen my artwork. I am not sure if I'm going to be able to do a video next week. I will be on vacation. We are going to go camping, so I will not have access to the internet or anything like that. So I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do my podcast or my video for YouTube. But so if I don't, I hope you guys have a wonderful week next week, and I will call it quits for tonight. It's actually quite hot in here. I don't know if you guys can tell. I'm getting a little shiny. We don't have air conditioning, so I'm sweating a little bit. It was almost 90, it was like 87, 88 degrees today, and the top floor of my house, which is where I'm at, gets extremely spicy. So yeah, I'm going to call it quits. Thank you guys for those of you that stuck around, and I hope to see you guys soon. Bye.